Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to the last tier of Nostalgaia, where we will be racing through the end of the game, beating the final boss, beating the final boss, and then cracking on with the DLC. So that's all to come over the next couple of weeks. The reason I've started again from here though is because this is the first point where you get something new and exciting, so let's show you that, if we can find it. There we go, we've got ourselves a tiny stick figure, which allows us to respec at beacons. They finally added the ability to respec into the game, although I believe there's only like 2 of them in the entire game. We're not really in any need to use them right now on our shiny new character. So here's our stats as it stands. We're level 54 as a sorcerer. So mostly source, bit of luck as well. What do we need for any more luck bonuses? We could increase the enemy drop rate with a couple more, but is that really necessary? I think I was mostly boosting luck just for the crit chance, which is up to a respectable 14%. And weapon-wise, we are using a glitching Edge of Entropy, which is up at level 5. And yeah, 400 damage. Pretty strong. And I like the curved sword moveset as well. So without further ado, let us cut some plot threads. There you have it, we have opened up the final section. Is it going to show us where? Yes it is! So we've opened up what looks to be the sewer pipe next to the B-Sex Club, and that one weird door in the Warlock's Wilds. So there we go, DLC is now accessible to us. But until we've beaten the final boss, we don't want to explore the DLC, I think, so let's crack on with that, shall we? Now I could be wrong, but we might need to speak to friends at this point, the Maiden and the Innocent, because I think where I went wrong last time is that I should have found and spoken to the Maiden before I went down to best the final boss. So let's have a poke around. There's our Innocent friend, so we can certainly chat to him at this stage. Right, so now that we've spoken to Innocent again, from what I saw in a guide it said go back to the Hall of Heroes and speak to the Maiden there. So we'll have a poke around in here, see if we can't find her anywhere. Okay, so following a good look around, failed to find her anywhere, but I've also been advised by a new comment left on the quest guide that you don't actually need to speak to her prior to defeating the Spirit of Heroism, so maybe we can do that right now. I will just pop down though, double check what's going on down here at the altar, see if anyone's around who wants to chat. Right, so no one's got much to add, so at this point maybe we can just defeat the old Spirit of Heroism. Show off what this sword can do, which is basically a truckload of damage. I've got spells as well, obviously being a sorcerer, but the main spell I use relies on degradation, which doesn't affect bosses. So for the bosses it's still very much a sword and board sort of playthrough. Come on then, hero. Ouch. Hadn't realised we'd started the fight yet. And yeah, we got good damage against it. Oops. Well, there's my health. Yeah, I should probably pay a little more attention to my health whilst I'm here. Get in one swing and then back off. And there we go, I've never seen that strike before. You got us there. In my defence, it's been a couple of months since I last played. But that's about all of the defence I've got. That was also just generally sloppy and then bad. But hey ho, we'll try again. Maybe this time we'll keep our shield up. Oh, didn't help because we weren't locked on. Jeez. And we're dead already. Fantastic, didn't even get a chance to heal. I am using a weaker shield, of course. Got the cultist shield on. because we don't have a whole lot of strength on this character. But still. Let's actually try not to suck this time. There we go. We actually blocked an attack. And yeah, let's stick to... Oh, there we go. We've got a 4 hit in there. Because yeah, our third swing on this weapon is a double swing. So we can get in a nice 4-hit combo if we're lucky. We should probably not be greedy though. We'll stick to 2 swings. So we do good damage, and with the lucky hits, we do even better damage. Yeah, it's going straight forward now that I'm actually paying attention and doing it properly. The old circle strafe with your shield up. It's a classic. Oh, wasn't expecting a follow up on that kick. And there we go. Heroism bested. Not so bad when you stop faffing around. And there's the essence of heroism. And there she is. Why didn't she show it last time? Hello.
Heroism? What a joke. But it was not always such. Nothing is truly stagnant. Or at least nothing should be. Are you the hero that will end our oppression? You hold the essence of your kind's tradition, broken by your hand. Heroism itself must be reborn. Find the one who hates to love the world, who loves to hate it.
Find the one who hates to love the world and loves to hate it.
Find the one who hates to love...
Yes. Alright then. Thank you. Nice to finally meet you. Still got our 3 friends. Or have we? Where have you gone, old man? There you are.
You carry something none of us were ever meant to touch, though always have I longed to grip it. Would you let me hold it?
Okie doke. Yes, we will.
The memory of your kind's essence. The substance from which you and your kin are spawned. I could crush it. I could end it now. All heroes, you who weighed the world as though she were your servant, could cease to ever be. And the suffering can finally be obliterated. Such a fragile thing, this essence of you.
He's not going to crush it.
But heroism is more than the suffering it creates. Just as it is more than the suffering it relieves. It is a dance with suffering, so that something better might emerge. Take this thing back, hero. Sacrifice it to the heart if you wish to rebirth what heroism could be. Fear not. The true meaning of heroism shall sustain. Stripped and purged, very old and finally new. It cannot die, not so long as suffering remains.
Well, that sounds alright then. I mean, we're not getting rid of suffering anytime soon, are we? So yes, let's sacrifice this essence. That's hopefully the right thing to do. Is it the right thing to do, old man?
Something I have never seen. 'Tis quite a sacrifice you made. its meaning yet unknown. Now, only the final Great One impedes your entry into an open heart, the Pipe Lair. Follow the path from Oreshaft village, along the now sunken crater, and into the unbreachable moor.
Alright then, I guess we're off to fight the Pipe Lair.
Follow the...
And then maybe after that, things will be revealed. Oh, hello. Borderline sinister. And probably, wow.
At first, I thought the maiden crone was gonna eat me. I've never been eaten before.
That would have been a sight to see.
When I grow up, I want to be like you.
Yay.
When I...
Now, we still haven't moved Vengeance on. We haven't finished her quest. We've got the Scepter, I believe. I don't need to move her on because I can't even tether, it seems, to get the player versus environment achievement. So I've got no reason to move her on. Other than just to be nice to her. What is that Scepter? It's a dagger, isn't it? I've been remembering stuff here and there as I go, but I've not been as on it as I was in the first playthrough. But yeah, there's still a fair amount of stuff that's been remembered. Let's see. So yeah, it looks as though we might not have even picked up the Scepter that we need to move Vengeance on. I don't know how we've failed to do that. But I think at this point it is just a case for general questing purposes of getting down into the Pipe Layer's lair. So let's make our way over there. So yeah, there's a spell back here that we missed. Seems like this guy's a bit confused. Which is fine. There he goes. But yeah, this black empty spot. You come into it and, well, turns out it's not actually empty after all. It's got items, such as that memory and this spell. The bomb code. So we missed that on our last playthrough. Let's see if we can find what it does. Hurl a bomb that damages one enemy significantly. And additional enemies within the explosion's radius. Costs 5 to use. Is it worth equipping? Maybe. Could be more useful against bosses than just swinging at them with our sword. But then we're using access in boss fights to heal as well, so it's a mystery as to whether it's worthwhile or not. But either way, we press on. I feel like we should be able to remember the irrelevant appendage here, but it seems as though we can't. Is that because we haven't remembered the thing that reveals its location? So we need to remember the thing from the depths first before we can remember it. Maybe. Because it's actually more important than just a bog standard relic. So I would like to remember that. So maybe we'll take a trip back to the depths and remember everything we've got down there just to be on the safe side. This elevator is slightly over capacity, I feel, so we should probably do something about that. Right, might have aggroed a few too many enemies here. But we'll see. Yep, we got through it. Good. That old double slash is very useful on the curved sword, because even if the first hit misses, the second one usually will connect, because the lock-on would have finally caught up with the fact that it should be targeting a different enemy. So is it this thing that we need to remember? The old shield. The projector. Sandwich and dry. Yeah, so this is the one. So now we should be able to go back to the moor. remember the arm. And there we go, yeah, so you do have to remember them in a chain, as it were. That's the irrelevant appendage remembered. Doesn't really give you any clues as such. Oh yeah, there we go. I can still be used to access the hideaway in which my hero and Sandwich rallied. So it does give you a clue, after all. But there's now a location that we can access that we couldn't before. So let's pop back up to Warshaft and make our way over there. And we've broken the game. Lovely. We'll just glide our way back. It's not very fast movement though. So it could just get in, it could cause trouble, even though it's fun. There we go. Back near the altar once again. There's a handprint on the wall. So we stick our irrelevant appendage onto it, and what do we see? We see a grotto of sorts. So we've got paintings and whatnot, and we've got Memory of a Valiant Hero. We've got Sandwich's armour, which has, of course, clued me into the fact that we're talking about Samus. Not the cat. Not our little Sammy. The actual Samus from Metroid. So let's give that a spin, shall we? We never found this during the regular playthrough. Can we put it all on without our armour load being too high? No, we're at 101. Dag know it. However, one level of endurance should be fine. So let's bob back to the old beacon. And there we go, we can run again. This is a pretty cool looking armor set. I like it a lot. So we shall wear this as we progress to the pipe layer. Now I feel like the lair of the adversary is going to be somewhere that we can run through pretty sharpish.
I have found the path, my friend.
Nero.
You were a part of my story.
Why must we fight like this, old friend? Also, you can be degraded? You can, good. That'll make life easier. Oops, yeah. Equip load and stamina could still be dealing with being higher, I feel. Can we heal? Yeah. There we go. Pretty much got him.
I was meant
There we go.
for more.
So Nero's down. We got the shield back. Is that shield better for us? I guess we probably can't equip it because we're already pushing our equip load to the absolute limit. $99. So stability 54, whereas the cultist shield is stability 59. So it's not actually better. Okay, I guess we're sticking with this one then. But yeah, more stamina would be nice. And that's probably enough working our way back through for now. Join me next time and we will take on the pipe layer. And maybe even take on the secret final boss and maybe even get a look at the DLC. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.